Here goes. Increase attack. Alright, can we beat our previous score? Oh, can we get to 1.6? 1.6, 1.6. Okay. 1.6. All right. All right, guys. So before we get back into the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be LD Player. So just like always, I've been using LD Player for the longest time now for this channel, playing Cookie Run Kingdom, and it is the best emulator that I have used, allowing me to play not only Cookie Run Kingdom but other Android games that are going to be available inside of the Google Play Store. But LD Player is amazing, guys. It is the absolute best emulator that I have used without any problems so far. Their support is definitely amazing as well. They try to fix any problems that come up right away, especially for Cookie Run Kingdom. But if you guys want to use the emulator like myself and play on your PC, then click the link down in the description and download LD Player and try it out yourself and enjoy your Cookie Run Kingdom gameplay on your computer. But once again, thank you LD Player for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into the video. Alright guys, so the new events for the Triple Cone Cup is going to be against the Candy Golem. And there are a lot of different teams, but if you guys have the opportunity to do so, this is probably going to be one of the best teams that you guys can use, because a lot of these cookies, 4 of them is, are using periodic damage. All right, so you guys can see Mala Sauce here with Capsaicin, the burn damage, as well as Poison Mushroom and Prune Juice with the poison damage. Eclair is here because of the weakness debuff that he is able to stack up to 4 times, increasing the extra damage that the enemies take by 100%. All right. So right here, 5 of the Syrian Raspberry are pretty much everybody's topping, all right, except for Eclair. The exception for Eclair right now for me is that Prune Juice needs to take the whistle buff, but if Eclair uses 5 Syrian Raspberry, then Eclair starts taking the whistle buff. That's the reason why I took it out and try to match it. If your Prune Juice is able to get whistle buff with Eclair 5 Syrian Raspberry, probably the best way to go. But the most important thing here is that you focus on the attack and then the cooldown. The cooldown only needs to be about 5%, all right, guys? So as long as you have a maxed out Jelly Watch, which is going to give you guys 25% cooldown, and on top of the fact that you're able to get an additional 30% from the buff here, you get 55% plus 5% from every single one of the cookies with the subset equals 60%, which is the max cooldown you can get on a cookie. So there's no reason to use Swift Chocolate to max out on the cooldown, because you already get max cooldown anyways, all right? So again, the whistle buff is going on to Poison Mushroom as well as Prune Juice, and the Eclair is there for the extra, weakness, and Mala Sauce for the extra crit percentage for everybody by 25%, and Capsaicin just extra burn damage. So the reason why burn, all right, the fire as well as the poison are good, the Golem takes extra 20% damage, all right? That's the reason why we are going with them. Yes, you can replace them with other things too, but, might as well. And then the buff. Talking about buff, the number 1 is going to be periodic damage. Why? Because 4 of your cookies are doing periodic damage, right? Poison damage, fire damage. So this is going to be the best outcome. The other buffs equal, extra damage for bombers times 2 if you have 2 of them. Attack, crit damage, and all of those things also work. But the number 1 thing is going to be the periodic damage here, guys. And let me just show you guys the damage output for my cookies. All right, pretty much all maxed out. All right, guys, so what I suggest is, just get it to the end and then switch to the 1 time just so that you can click it a little bit faster, right? So, just start spamming. But you would want to, use all the skills as soon as possible. You don't even want to miss that, split second, because it's at 2.5 times speed. All right, so switching to 1 time is probably going to be the best. All right, so that you have every control of your skills. All right, and just keep in mind, Mala Sauce Magic Candy, you don't need to get it super high, but at least level 1 is recommended, all right, because you want to give the crit buff to every single one of the cookies, right? So can you replace Mala? Yes, you can, but again, the crit percentage is really good, right? The Spicy Mala is giving 25% crit boost to every single one of us. On top of that, you get Whistle, which is extra additional 15%, and you already get 60%, right, from the buff. So you're pretty much maxing out on all, your full crit. So that's the reason why we are using mala sauce as well. All right. So, and here we go. Should be able to beat it here, and we're getting close to 1.3 billion. All right. So, again, if this thing was like maybe crit damage, right, 75%, or bomber damage, then you're gonna do a lot more damage. But here you go, guys. You guys can see Capsaicin, Mala doing really, really good damage. You know, as somebody who's just doing fire damage, and then Prune Juice absolutely killing it, just like how it is with the Red Velvet Dragon. And then Poison Mushroom as well. It's still doing decent damage, right? 276 million. And Eclair, don't worry. Eclair, it's not going to do a ton of damage, but it's increasing the outgoing damage for all 4 of these cookies. That's the reason why Eclair is being used. Rather than someone like Moonlight, although she has weakness debuff, her max stack is 1, right? Compared to Eclair, who is 4. All right, so that's the reason why we're using this team. All right, guys. So, and if you guys do not have someone like Molotov, Capsaicin, and you guys already have someone like, you know, Affogato and Cream Puff leveled up, this is actually a team that has been shared to me by Warrior on Discord during the live stream, and this is something that you guys can also use as well. This is straight up just going to be taking advantage of the poison damage, and it is the team that I used in the beginning of the video to reach that 1.6 billion damage. All right, of course I did get good buffs on it, but it really just matters on your Prune Juice. Your Prune Juice is literally carrying this entire team. So the reason why we're using Affogato is because of the fact that Affogato has the ability, all right, to deal not only poison damage and also amplify the debuff that the enemies are going to take, which means that your enemies, the golems, are going to be taking more damage from poison. All right, so that's the reason why we're using Affogato, increasing the poison damage of Prune Juice by even more than what it already is. And on top of that, you know, Poison Mushroom is able to also do some extra damage as well. So the toppings are going to be very similar here with everything. You know, 5 Searing Raspberry. The reason why I have 4 Searing Raspberry and 1 Juicy Apple Jelly is because of the fact that if I don't, then these 2 are going to take the Whistle buff rather than our Prune Juice. Prune Juice needs to take Whistle buff, right? And then we got 5 of the Searing Raspberry on our, you know, Poison Mushroom to take the Whistle buff as well. And lastly, the topping for Cream Puff is actually going to be 3 of the Searing Raspberry, 2 of the Juicy Apple Jelly. And the reason why I'm doing this is because Cream Puff needs to have at least 37.5% crit before she enters the battle. I don't know if the 60% crit is actually adding on to her, you know, actual crit before the battle. But if you guys look at over here for the Magic Candy, even if it's level 1, all right, you're able to get 37.5% maximum extra attack if your crit is above that, all right? So that's the reason why I'm going with that extra crit, as well as if you guys do have it at plus 10, plus 20, plus 30, then you're going to be able to just get even more crit damage, which is going to also help out. And that's the reason why we are going with the mixture build here. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. If the, you know, the 60% here counts towards her crit before entering the battle, then, you know, by all means, just use all Searing Raspberry, but make sure to have that 5% cooldown. But let's get into the battle that I've done during the live stream, and you're going to be able to see, again, this team actually just destroying the Golem, doing 1.6 billion damage with what I have currently without using Molotov or Capsaicin. And here we go. I'm just gonna play 2.5 times. Just smash, smash, smash. Come on, team. Let's do it. Let's do it. I believe. Okay, we're close to 700 million. It's good, 700 million. The last couple seconds are gonna be the one that counts the most here. Last 10 seconds. Here goes, increased attack. All right, can we beat our previous score? Oh, can we get to 1.6? 1.6. Okay. 1.6. All right. Could have been way better too if this crit percentage was something else like attack, but not bad. Look at that. Oh, 1 billion damage by freaking Prune Juice. Oh, goodness gracious. And again, guys, there's a lot of different comps. There's a lot of replacements that you guys can make. If you don't have Poison Mushroom, you can use someone like maybe Licorice. If you don't have Affogato, you guys can use Licorice. But again, the main focus, all right, the main one you need to use is going to be Prune Juice, without a doubt. Prune Juice is literally going to be carrying the entire team alongside Eclair. So those two are going to be core. But the extra ones, you know, like Cream Puff, Mollisauce, you know, Blackberry, all increased crit percentage, crit damage. You know, you can even use Pomegranate. You can try to use, you know, Capsaicin, Mollisauce, Captain Caviar, Milky Way, Space Donut. There's a lot of replacement. But once again, guys, the main core is going to be Eclair as well as Prune Juice with the Whistle buff and the periodic damage buff from the, you know, random effect that you get. But hopefully this team works out for you guys. I've also heard that there is a Queen of Man team as well. I don't know how much damage that does, but I will be sharing that team with you guys later on when I do find out. But one last thing to keep in mind is don't level up a bunch of cookies just for this event, guys. It's lasting for 5 days. It's not worth spending all your resources to create and level up a cookie that you're going to use one time and not for the rest of it. All right. Of course, that's going to include someone like, you know, Affogato, but you know what I mean. So make sure to use the cookies that you already have leveled up and try your best with it. And good luck with the effects. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.